Welcome back to another episode of Militia Uncut. We got B, K, D, and C. Obviously,
you even go about something. I'm sorry.
You're like, hey, I'm saying, my bad.
Because it's like,
Hey, my bad.
sorry.
And yeah, that too.
Sorry.
Keep going. Like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's your.
So, yeah, we've been covering a lot of topics this week. Ranging from sad to funny, to regular shit. So the party, the big thing about that was it's like 25, like, the big thing. And part of this idea I had also talked about, I don't know if y'all were seeing this episode, but there was an episode where I talked about a documentary that I wanted to film that was like covering all of these things that I wanted to do by my 25th birthday. So I had 25 goals that I wanted to complete by 25, and then like the big way to cap it all off and to celebrate was the party. Like the party is like the 25th goal to like really kill it and go live.
So how's that going?
As far as the goals, not as much progress as I would like, so I have to start to like pick up the pace on that. But I am moving forward. A lot of things are like creative things, so it's like it's not something that it's like I just want to check off. This is more like I want to complete the goal, but I also want to make sure that I'm doing it right. Like I want to have this project be like really, really good. So like the music that's not released yet, but it's like I know I'm working on it. I took March off for money reasons. I couldn't afford to keep going to the studio as often as I was going. But this month now I really want to get back into it. Writing wise, I'm like halfway through my writing goal. And like other things that I need to do. I honestly need to look at my list again. I have it all written down in my book. But yeah, it's more like I'm doing the background research of what I need to do to complete the goals. But it's definitely going into like kicking into high gear soon. Summertime, I'm really gonna be zooming through these goals. Like I have to start doing that. So
You haven't really spoken on like told us all of this, but I know like two of the things on there is like like clapping it and
that's dead. That's dead not a goal. You should be.
I want to see that. I want to see that goal written somewhere.
That's not a goal.
Clapping it. Number 3. Clapping it. Nigga said what?
That's not one of the goals on the list?
That would be one of my goals, honestly.
Clapping it is one of your goals?
If I wasn't clapping it, if I didn't have a person to clap it with, that would be
He's
the
really
goal.
going in depth with this right now. Like, dude, I had a second follow-up joke. I know, like, the second one on the list is, choking on the toilet. So.
I gotta try that this weekend.
No, you don't.
What?
Huh?
Just remember to keep going.
Free my nigga B. Free my nigga B, man. He ain't do that shit. Nigga said death by strangulation.
He ain't do that shit.
Yo.
Said death by strangulation.
Where is the...
And she moves my hand, you're like,
24-year-old young B was caught today.
Right. Yo, for real.
Alright, let's hear it. What you got for me, brother?
I'm just gonna give like some of them.
Just give us like a good 5.
Alright. Well, the mixtapes, that's 2 of them because there's 2 separate mixtapes. I'm writing like these stories. Like I have a goal of 24 that like I'm working on, and I'm at like 7 or 8. So I'm working through that. I want to start a blog that could be connected with Militia. It could be a side thing. I haven't decided yet.
Yo, how many stories do you have? I just thought about this.
I have a lot, but
Like thousands?
not thousands, but it's a lot. Like I've tried and written like a lot of different things. So to narrow it down to like the main 24 that I want to like go forward with, it's like Yeah,
Okay.
it's a lot. So right now I'm at like I said, like around 7 or 8, I think.
You said the militia.
Yeah, I want to start a blog, but I don't know if I want it to just be my thing or if it's going to be connected to Militia. It might be a side thing, and like there could be a link to it through Militia or whatever.
Like a blog or a vlog?
No, a blog.
Okay.
Like I want to write and potentially make money off that too. You know, different streams of income. You know what type of time we in. I want to get new headshots for acting. Cause
I've been on you about.
Yeah,
that,
but I have a photographer, so I'm trying to, and I'm about to. So I want to get a haircut like this week and try to see if I can get a photographer to take some pictures of me on like one of my days off.
Okay.
So I have that set up. It just hasn't happened yet.
Good.
I want to register my music with like ASCAP.
You can do that. You can do that.
It's like a copyright thing, like protects your lyrics.
I also need to do that.
It's either ASCAP or BMI. I just chose ASCAP, so.
It's like ASS.
No. ASCAP.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
ASCAP.
ASCAP, not
Yeah,
ASCAP.
my fault. Yeah, ASCAP. I want to read 6 books.
I don't know why I just thought
It's
about
just
this.
I want to start reading more.
That's good.
I want to learn the guitar. I want to write a script for a movie, like a whole script, like my first screenplay ever.
Like complete dialogue and everything.
Yeah, I want to save up at least 3 racks. That's like a money goal.
Also, that's why you.
I want to lose weight. I want to get to about like 195, 185 right
Do
now.
100 push-ups every day and 100 crunches every day.
Gotcha.
Does that help?
There was one thing I wanted to do, but given like the climate that we're in right now, it might not be in like good taste to do. It was in relation to Michael Jackson, but I don't know if I should do it. I still want to do it because I still believe he's innocent, but that's just a personal thing. But yeah, it's kind of a shame because that whole documentary coming out kind of like put a fork in all of that. But yeah, if I could still do it, like if new evidence came out or if something hit them and they were finally like, yeah, I was dead lying, like whatever, I would still go ahead with my plan. So so what the plan was, he died 10 years ago, and in 2014 they released like a posthumous album of like 8 songs. I wanted to do like a series of music videos, like short films for all of those songs, and it would have been like a visual album, and that would have been like my way to commemorate like the 10-year anniversary of his death. That was like a big plan of mine. So, you know, all of these might not like all get done, but like and there's some other ones in there, but yeah, that's my like goals. So the main ones right now that I'm working on are like reading more books, finishing the music, finishing the writing stuff, and the headshots. Like that's like the main ones I'm working on right now. As far as like saving up more money and losing weight, like those are things that'll happen like over time. And then the party, that's like the big thing. But that's something that'll be, like I said, planned throughout the year. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now. That's the start of it.
Alright. So that kind of. So speaking of that, you know, you wasn't here last week when I asked everybody their 5-year plan. What is your 5-year plan? Really quickly.
Okay, well, like I alluded to in the other video, I'm back in the studio now, guys. I'm doing my music again, and I'm trying to dedicate as much time to it. Actually, today, I have a music video. It's been Friday, so. Today, I'm shooting a music video for a song that I recorded on... What day did we do that shit?
Saturday?
Saturday?
Yesterday.
Days off, yeah. So,
How
I'm
did it
going to
feel?
be... Oh, it felt great. That felt great to be back in the studio. It's been over a year since I was in the studio, so getting back.
Has it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last song I recorded was Must Not Know. We can actually put that link in the description
Oh, sure.
because that's actually out already.
Wait, that's when I was in it. I remember you recording that.
Yeah.
God.
That's the
damn.
last time I was in the studio.
That was January 2018.
Yeah.
So that's more than a year
Now
ago.
you're right, because that was before.
Because that was before you went to Florida.
Yeah, wow.
But I'm back in the studio.
A minute ago.
recorded a couple songs, shooting a video today. I'm gonna shoot a video for the other song too, and I'm gonna try to be a rapper again. But within 5 years, I am gonna move to Florida. But if I'm in entertainment, that's not gonna really mean much because I'm gonna be moving around a lot anyway. I'll live in Florida, but I'll be doing shows just about every fucking where. But if by some chance the music doesn't work, I always have the psychology shit to fall back on. But I really want to see if the music can work.
All right. So now, one thing that I want to implement on this show to reassure everybody's 5-year plan is going accordingly and on schedule and on track. I think we should all give like weekly updates, you know, or we should check on each other's progress every week.
Got it.
Like, not exactly. I know you said that you're 2 years into your 5-year plan.
Yeah, so basically I just want to be like established as a software engineer.
Okay.
Like working toward 5-year plan, being like a senior engineer, maybe moved. Like I kind of want to live outside New York City. So my progress right now, over this past week, I applied for at least 15 jobs. I took an interview, had an interview, and then I did a code challenge. So next week, this coming week, it's just gonna be more of the same. Just trying to land these interviews, nail these code challenges, and
So
get this money.
how many interviews do you have coming up this week, or are you?
This week I don't have any planned.
Well, how many jobs are being applied to this week?
I'll try to hit like 5 a day.
5. Okay,
5
so
a day, so
another
25.
So another 15. Oh, I'm bugging. Another 25.
Because last week I was sick as well. I came down with a sinus
Niggas
infection.
was really sick.
Yo,
Yeah, it's the weather. It was the weather change.
I ain't gonna lie, Kay was the only one that wasn't sick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That might say something.
Got them thick. white blood
Goddamn
cells.
girls. Fucking cooties.
I knew it was real.
Shit. But,
No, it's real. It's called STDs.
shit.
Oh,
No, I'm playing.
holy shit.
Said that-
Okay.
That was a joke. It was a joke.
Dark real quick.
It's like, cooties,
So yeah, that was my.
Alright,
that
so
was my
20,
progress.
so 25.
25. Trying to apply for
Yeah,
25.
aiming for this week.
And then also maybe get out there to a networking event.
This week?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the great ways to like find a job in your career is to actually get out there and network and meet people who are actually out there doing that.
I actually met up with a person earlier
So-
this week, on like, well, no, it wasn't even my day off. It was like a little bit before I had to go into work, but I met up with somebody as far as like mentorship and whatnot. Had a meeting with them and whatnot. She was really cool. Yeah, so just getting in touch with more people. I'm definitely looking for like mentorship. It's just I don't know where exactly. Like, do I want a writer mentorship? Do I want an entrepreneur mentor? If I can have more than one mentor, that's also great.
So you're looking for a mentor this week?
I'm holding
that's,
everybody.
well, no,
accountable. that's like an ongoing thing. It's not necessarily something
Alright,
I want done by
so
this
the
week.
main
It's
thing
like
that you're aiming for this week is headshots, and then what else?
I mean, for the headshot too.
Yo.
you really can't help yourself, can you?
I can't.
So you really can't help yourself, can you? Headshots and what else? Nigga said,
Well, right now, like I said, I was at like 8 stories. If I can, by the end of the week, if I can get to like 12, that's cool.
Okay.
And then try to, at least, if I can't go to the studio this week, book a studio session. Because I need to finish this.
When you book this session, I'm gonna put some money in because I actually need to go back to fix one of the songs I did yesterday.
Oh,
let
so
me know.
studio for you too?
Studio for me too.
Wow.
I will set that
And what
up.
else?
It's only for the second one, so it's not rushed. So whenever you set up the time, let me know.
I'm keeping everybody accountable, even myself. So studio and what else, sir? Everybody has 2 to 3
Well,
apparently.
Besides the studio, like I said, I'm shooting the video.
All right?
That's definitely gonna happen.
That's definitely. All right, so I'm not even gonna put that down.
And then, I haven't decided when to actually drop this song because I'm dropping the song before I drop the video. I haven't actually decided if I'm dropping it this week or not.
You don't want to drop the song with the video?
I thought about that, but somebody told me that it'll get more attention if I drop the song and then drop the video. My original idea was to just drop the video, but they said it again because you can promote the song a little bit, and then when the video drops, it's like some people already know what the song is.
So
and
drop the song.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing that or not this week.
I say do it.
I might do it.
So
It might drop today. Who knows?
What are yours?
Yeah, what are your plans?
oh, I have to file this phone number that I have here on like a business lookup website. So, and then I have to open up a business account. Like I actually have to open two. Actually, I need to open one for real estate and then one for my other venture that I'm not speaking about because niggas is nosy. So I actually need to do both of those. So let me put that down. And if I didn't, call me out for the lazy bitch that I am. If I didn't, but
Lazy, stupid, LSB.
I like it. The fuck are you talking about? Nah, but yeah, so that's my two. I'm just gonna file this number and then file this business number and then
Look at you making moves as we speak. Nice.
Oh,
open
yeah.
the account.
I'm actually in contact with my video guy right now, guys.
There you
Making
go.
moves out here.
So you good there, bro?
Yeah, let's just hit you a little bit.
You late?
Right there. Anyway, so is that all four of us have our plans set in stone? Ready
Yes.
to go for this week, ready to rock?
Yes, sir.
So this is a Friday. Yep. This is a Friday, so these plans are gonna be for this next coming week. And so next Friday we're gonna like reconvene and see how our plans went. Yeah. So
Video getting shot today. Song might drop today. I don't know. It might.
So the next topic I kind of want to hit on, and I really want to get into this because like this is prevalent in a lot of people's lives, including our own, and that's pretty much how to deal with toxic people in your life. Is this something that you like totally eliminate? Do you try to change these people? Like, is there a cure for their toxicity? Do you fight cancer with cancer? Or do you fight cancer with HIV? You know, is it you fight fire with fire? You know, that type of mentality, or do you just kind of just walk away from it?
I know where he's.
Yeah, I know
where he's going too, but
Yeah.
just the
visual.
God damn! I just.
Fighting cancer with
If
HIV
I
is a
told-
wild
Yo,
fight.
if I told you what
That's
I
a different
pictured,
kind of fight.
yo, let me explain what I pictured.
That's a dark
I
road, bro.
pictured mad bumpy dicks getting swung at a bald person. Like, hey, yo.
That's nasty.
So yeah, like, and like, what are your experiences with toxic people? 'Cause I feel like sometimes people don't know they're being toxic, and only you feel like, okay, there are certain people that know when they're being toxic, and like they just don't care, and that's because you haven't voiced the fact that you actually feel some type of way, or they're actually getting to you. So I feel like if you voice that to them, and they still don't correct their behavior, and they don't change how they treat you, then I feel like that's the type of person you just need to remove from your life.
Yeah.
Regardless of
Yeah.
whatever, you know, like regardless of like history, regardless of who they are, you know, what they've done for you, what they can do for you. Like if they don't make you feel good, you just drop one. If that's a girlfriend, that's a friend, even a family member. Sometimes you gotta drop your family if they're being toxic, and like it's serious. That's serious. But like if your family is literally holding you back from doing the things that you need to do and want to do, and just generally sucking the happiness out of your life, that's something you have to leave behind.
I agree.
Now,
No.
I have.
really quickly, we kind of spoke on something like this. I don't know if you guys recall when we spoke on haters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, is just from my, is there a difference between a toxic person and a hater?
I think there is.
it, like,
Yes.
I think there
I
is.
think, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Go ahead.
like a
Like,
toxic person
I
could
put-
not.
well-
they could just be toxic without being a hater.
yeah.
So
Because
just making sure.
like I said in the previous video this week, I grew up in gang culture. I feel like that's a perfect example because a lot of the time, especially if you're the type that wants to like come out of that situation and like do better, the people that are in that environment, they can be very toxic, but it's not on purpose. They grew up a certain kind of way just like you grew up a certain kind of way. They're not doing something because they don't like you. Like, they're not hating on you. A lot of the times they're doing it because that's all they know. They're toxic, but they don't even know that they're being toxic. They just think this is how it is. And a lot of the time, the best way to deal with that is just to stop associating with those people.
Yeah.
Not because they're bad people. It's just you'll fuck around and fuck yourself over trying to help some people that
Don't
can't all be helped.
No.
Some people are just,
You can't save everybody.
yeah, some people just, they get stuck in their ways. They get stuck in their toxicity and you can't help them. But you trying too hard will fuck you up. So sometimes you just gotta, if possible, just cut them off. Sometimes you just gotta cut them off. Sometimes you just gotta cut the cancer off. You can't really fight it with cancer. Because if you fight it with cancer, you're just, it's not gonna help. You're just in it with them. Like,
Or you could choke the cancer till it passes out.
there's always that option.
That's gonna be my catchphrase. Continue
There's always that
though.
option.
Choke
No,
the
that's
cancer.
really, it's
You're
like,
not feeling my catchphrase, K? Your face says something completely different.
no, like, that's it. Like, the
It
best.
looked like you wanted to punch
It's
the
such a
camera.
disrespectful
Like-
catchphrase. I can't get with that. I'm sorry. I can't stand behind that. But you say what you want to say. It's our show.
It's all funny games till you do that with it. Watch the militia party. Watch.
Aww.
You go
is
slide.
gonna be a
You
wild
go
party.
slide across the floor again. And you go choke a joint up.
You're wildin'.
No.
No. And stop throwing it to me.
But no. So I don't suggest you fight cancer with cancer. Sometimes you just gotta cut the cancer off if possible. No, I don't think being toxic is the same thing as being a hater because I don't think people are toxic because they don't like you. I think sometimes they are just like that, and they can't.
It's a big fact.
Even if they're aware of it, sometimes they can't break out of it because they're so stuck in it that's just how they are. Yeah, at that point you just gotta be like fuck them. Sometimes you just gotta be like fuck them.
I think
You can still have love for them and all that, but you just have to be like fuck them, or
think-
not, or you could hate them too. It's whatever, but
I think one thing that kind of like differentiates a hater from a toxic person is that a toxic person is closer to you than a hater.
Yeah.
A little like analogy or whatever. It's like hunger. If you're hungry, that doesn't really affect me, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like whatever. You're hungry. That's the hater.
Yeah.
If I'm hungry, that's like the toxic person. That's gonna affect me until I crave that hunger. So it's like if someone is hating from distance away, it's like whatever, fuck them, they're hating. But if it's like one of my good friends and they're just always dragging me down, that's gonna affect me mentally.
I think an even better version of that is like if you were eating and I was starving and I just always hated the fact that you were like starving, but I didn't do anything about it, like I just hate from the distance, that's a hater. But if you were hungry and you had a close person that knew you were hungry and like baited you with like food but never really fed you, that's toxic. Because it's like they're making you believe that like you can get something from them, but really they're not. They're just messing with you. They're using your hunger as a tool to mess with you. That's toxic. Because there's people who do that in life. They know what you're lacking, and they know what you're searching for. So then they tease you with it, and be like, all right, here, like you get a little taste of it, just to keep you around. But they never really give you exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah.
They make you think that like, oh, maybe today it's possible.
Maybe today I could get a bite.
Right.
And it's like, oh, psych.
Exactly.
You smell it though. It smells good, don't it?
Yeah. That's toxic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So but toxic is also relative because it depends on how much it affects you. Like certain things that might be like a thing that might be toxic for somebody else might not be toxic for like, you know, toxic is relative to that person.
True.
Because there's certain things that bother me that might not bother like you or, you know, anybody else.
So then what would be something that's toxic to you?
Huh?
I already knew what it was. Like, stop it. You're not catching me again.
Right.
I'm here.
I'm making sure.
For now.
I think a little bit of toxicity is good. Just the tiniest bit. No, hear me out. It's the whole flu shot theory. You know, it's like
I don't take flu shots.
Okay, but the whole theory, behind vaccines is like you give a tiny dose, so you become immune to the whole disease. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I see what you're saying.
But give me an example where that works in toxic relationships. In
toxic relationships, I'm not saying
what amount of toxicity?
For example, if you're hanging out with Bae, right, and you're like, now that's Bae, you know, you love Bae, like she's beautiful, she's all these things, you think, you know, she's the apple of your eye, all that good shit, right? Now, and it could be playful, it could be not even like what you think is that bad, and you're just like, oh, you randomly, jokingly call her ugly one day. He's like, oh, hey, ugly, what's up? You know, like, that little bit of toxicity can go a long way in the fact that you're joking with her. You introduce the idea of you guys, you know, having a more playful relationship that can sometimes not always be about calling the other person beautiful. Like, if you get into, I wouldn't say an argument, but like, if you're like joking around with someone, like that person is now used to you joking around. Like, you don't want to push it too far to the point where you actually are toxic. You are that like deadly bacteria that, you know, the flu shot didn't prepare you for. Mm-hmm. You know, you want to always stay in that realm of like healthy toxicity, and that's weird to say, but I think it does, you know.
I have another way of looking at it. I see what you're saying. I have another way of looking at it. I look at it like, if you grow up around toxic people enough, you start to pick up on what to look for, so it's easier to recognize toxicity, so you know that when somebody new comes around and you see those same signs, you're like, oh no, I know not to fuck with you. Because I already know what this brings. I grew up around this. Mm-hmm.
It's the same idea of like,
it's like
knowing what to look for. Either like, you deal with it or you know, avoid it at all.
It's like getting sick. It's like the first time you get sick with like, I don't know, like the flu or something. It's like, oh shit, I'm fucked up. But then the second time is like, before you get sick, you're like, oh no, I remember feeling like this before. I'm gonna take what?
What do you do?
I'm gonna.
I should expose you, deadass.
I'm gonna take the medicine to prevent myself from getting that sick again. Yeah. That's an example of when toxicity might be good, so because it helps you.
That's a good segue into like my feeling of my like revelation of how I wanted to talk about toxicity and toxic people in relationships. Oh, damn!
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, we've been talking about this for a while.
Yeah, so I mean, you could save it for that's
Yeah.
Sundays.
We'll get into it next week.
Sunday.
I mean tomorrow. Sorry.
And that's Sunday's topic. It's dealing with toxic people in Kay's life.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Accurate?
More or less.
All right, shoot it off.
Somebody.
Deuces.
It isn't. I don't give a fuck who gets up.
I was gonna
Turns
do
it off.
I've never gotten up and turned it off.